everyone, Dawn here. On this edition of Little Wonders Nature Shorts, we're going to talk about bugs, like my friend the ladybug here. Now, when you think of bugs, what types of bugs do you think of? Well, I think of many different kinds, and one kind is the insect group. Now, the ladybug is part of the insect group. Insects have 3 body parts and 6 legs. So of course, not all bugs are insects. So some other insects I think of are things I can find around here, like the honeybees. Why do we like honeybees? Ooh, because they make honey. They also visit our flowers and pollinate them to make more flowers. And then there's other kinds of bugs, like creepy crawly ones. What is this? Well, it's a picture of a huge slug, a snail without a shell. You find them under rocks and logs where it's wet, and sometimes in the wet leaves. So actually, no matter what kind of bug you think of, it is really important to remember that all the bugs are here for a reason. They all have jobs in nature, and we'll get to that a little later. Let's first see where we can look for some bugs if we were outside today. Well, it's springtime, so we want to look on those flowers for butterflies and other bugs like the bees, right? Because they help our flowers. Where else could we look? One thing you can do to try to find bugs in your yard, if you have some tall grasses, you can lay out a light-colored or a white sheet on the ground, and you walk towards the sheet and kick those grasses and see what bugs fly onto the sheet. Now, I don't have tall grasses right now, so you could also simply take some leaf litter or flowers or whatever you have nearby that might house some bugs, things that bugs might be hiding in, and take that great stuff and put that on the sheet, and it can help you find those critters better. You see how light the sheet is, and the bugs will show up pretty well on there. So here we have an earthworm, little baby earthworm. So that worm was more easily seen because I have it here on this white sheet. So that's one method of observing bugs a little better. Now from that activity, I brought in some bugs that we found in there, and I kind of took away the leaf litter and some of the soil so that we could see some of them. I wasn't finding quite as many creepy crawlies as I'd like to in there. As you might be able to see, the fast moving ones are ants. So I found a colony of ants, and they are insects. I really like these guys too. What is this animal? This animal is a bug called a millipede. So you might see a lot of these, and right now it's curled up because it's a little scared. But millipedes are plant eaters, so they live on the ground and they eat the fallen leaves that are decaying, and they help them to decay. Millipedes have many sets of legs. Now you may also discover centipedes. I don't have one here with me today, but centipedes have venom and they eat other bugs. And usually I kind of see centipedes as those creatures with legs that stick out to the side. The millipedes have legs underneath them. So, and remember, as you're searching for bugs, I'm only picking at bugs that I know aren't going to bite me. You can always use a stick. You don't have to use your fingers to search for bugs and pick through things. Now I had, but I lost it, a pill bug. The pill bugs are the roly-polies. They're the little gray bugs that curl up in a ball when they're scared, and they also eat decaying plants. So these is just a few things I found. And of course, earthworms, some people consider them bugs. So, this is a simple thing you can do at home. You search through the leaf litter, put it in a tray or on a white sheet or something light colored that you can see the bugs a little better, and kind of search through and see what you have found. So I said that bugs have jobs, and we already talked about a few jobs of some bugs, but you remember my friend the ladybug? Well, here is a picture of a ladybug beetle eating aphid eggs. And the aphid, the adult aphid, is that little light green colored bug down there, the adult aphid. So aphids are pests. They can be pests in our gardens. And so ladybugs actually eat other bugs that are pests. And here's another one that's very strange looking. This is a really blown up version, so they're not this big. This is the baby of the lightning bug. So in the summertime, you see the fireflies or lightning bugs lighting up, but this is the baby. So the firefly larvae or babies eat other bugs that are pests too. And then, of course, the adults are fascinating to look at in the summertime. Now we've got other pest eaters. One of my favorites around the ponds or rivers, you might see dragonflies. Dragonflies are insects and they eat water insects and keep those pests under control as well. So dragonflies are great pest eaters. Remember, we talked about the pollinators, the ones that visit our plants and help our flowers. So honeybees, bumblebees, and my friend the butterfly, they all help the plants. And I did find some earthworms. So let's take a look in here. I have some earthworms in here. They're helping the soil. How are they helping the soil? Well, like the pill bugs and the millipedes we talked about, they are eating the dead plants, and when the worms poop, out comes new soil. So they actually make new soil for the plants to use. Isn't that cool? Now, all bugs are also very important because there's a lot of animals that eat bugs. Who is this? This is my friend, the skunk. And skunks love bugs. They eat a lot of different things. Come here. They eat a lot of different things, but they really like bugs. And we have mice. Mice eat bugs. Don't worry, he's not real either. Mice eat bugs. Do you eat bugs? Oh, most likely not. But, like I said, a lot of animals do, so they're very important to something we call the food chain. Now, if you'd like to, besides searching for bugs at home, maybe you can try and make your own bug. I made an egg carton bug. So if you have pipe cleaners at home, egg cartons, you could use googly eyes and glue them some eyes. But I made an insect, okay? 3 body parts, 6 legs, 3 on each side. And a lot of bugs have these funny things up front that you might be noticing on what you're finding. Your insects have antennae, the things on their heads that help them feel and taste. So this is just one type of bug that you could make. I punched holes in the side to put the pipe cleaners through. But find the supplies that you have laying around at home and see what you can create. Either a worm or an insect or some other interesting bug. So I would love to see any crafts or photos that you take of your findings. You can send them to me at Green Valleys and definitely contact us with any questions you might have. Thanks for joining me.